Welcome back, Build Enterprise-D from Fanhome. If you're with me, post a hello down in the comments section. Working on a book 23. This will be the last kit here out of this book. So stage pack 90. Should be fairly easy, it looks like. So we should be able to knock this video out in 6 minutes. Let's see if we can hit that goal. Depends on how much yapping I do. So my coffee over. Grab the old Wahoo killer out. Let's open this pack. Get this one done. Spill out these parts. And get my little card out so we know what we're working with here. Helps me in. If I load a bunch of videos up, it helps me also. 90. Okay. This one, let me get to the right steps. Working with this metal skeletal structure of the battle section here. And looks like, I don't want to lose that. Looks like we got some plastic parts here. We're going to take this piece and we're going to set it in here. There's a little groove on there. I think that's going to go, I think it's going to orient like this. So put that groove down. Yeah, that looks right. That sits nice and flush in there. Turn the page. Turn the page on this build. Okay, we got these two sliding door bracket covers or something. I don't know. And we're going to set these in place. Ooh, we got the little snake on there. Okay. And we got the little bumps on the one side here. You can see how it's the edge is raised where the screw holes are at. Keep those up, I do believe. And these posts here are going to fit up into that. Yeah, that's how that goes. Easy peasy. Gotta keep this moving. Oops, wrong way, dummy. And this piece here slides. So I guess that's its purpose, is to slide. Oh my gosh. Because that's where the stand is going to be fitting into. So I guess maybe you want a hatch there for no reason to cover that up. FM screws. Let's get the, oh, we got a ton of FM screws here. Good grief, we're going to have a lot of FM, so we better make sure we got our, I'm just going to spill all these out right up here as we work with those. And make sure we get, still got this little tray here. I'm going to put a little more, I'd like to use 3-in-1 oil. I couldn't find it because it's packed away in a box from moving, but just a couple of drops of, oops, a little gun oil, some type of oil. It's going to help you. Any of the screws going into the metal, like Den Scourge says, we're going to dip the tip of these screws into the oil. I got a lot there. That'll last forever on this build. And then screw these in. Let me bring you down just a little bit. So 3 FM screws in each one of these little plates. See if I can knock this out pretty quick. That one kind of almost felt stripped out, but looks like it's flush. I'm not going to over tighten. Let's see how this one feels. Yeah. This feels stripped out to me. But it's holding, so guess we'll leave it like that. That's freaking dumb. Typical for this build. Gotta be careful how much you tighten these. Normally the ones going into metal I don't have an issue with. This one's getting nice and tight and stops. It's snugged up. Dip the tip. That one's snugged up good. I don't know why these feel like they stripped. But it's secure, so leave it alone. Just leave it alone and move on. It'll be fine. It's got enough hold to it. These little plastic parts. Dome design. Okay, that's done. Now, some fun. We are grabbing the, we're going to place the battle section lower bracket onto the main battle section. Dun dun dun. Move these parts over. Okay, I'm going to have it something like that. This is going to go, flip it over. I'm just going to set in here like that. Just make sure we don't pinch anything and get everything lined up. This thing ain't lining up for nothing. See how that little hatch slides back and forth. Okay. What in the world? This doesn't line up for nothing. What is going on? What am I doing wrong here? That on the back goes there. That goes there. This whole thing is wonky. Make sure I'm not smashing any cables. I'm not. Why does it just feel wonky? That piece down in there is not lining up. All these others lined up, but that is not lining up at all. Something is not right with this part. Oh my god, I thought this was going to be quick. This is going to be a damn nightmare. That's what this is going to be. Weird. Let me take this off. Almost pulled this cable all the way out. This post here is like bent. Okay, that is flexible. Oh, that's plastic if I remember right. Okay, so I'm just going to flex this thing over, maybe, as I line this up. Okay, let me be careful when I do this. Make sure that is down. Okay, make sure. So I'm just going to have to pull that over, I guess. So let me get some screws started where they do line up. And I'll fight that little support post that's plastic into position. And I guess all these support posts are plastic. So I'll have to battle the battle section into place. Oh, stupid. Maybe I start with that one actually. Got it lined up. That is a That one's supposed to be a BM, so is that thing metal? I don't know. BM. Of course, I would use 3 different size screws to instead of using all FM. So let me find the BM screws. BM bowel movement screws. Put those over here. Out of camera shot. Roll up the old sleeves. And M. We're going to dip the tip. And I'm going to get this one started. If I can. Because it is not. It's like loose on the bottom or something. Not lining up too great. Alright, that one's snugged into place. So now maybe I can position the rest of them. Again, make sure we don't have any smashed up cables. I'm going to go ahead and do this other one, this other BM. So I may have to extend that 6-minute time that I thought. Dip the tip, because we are already at 11 minutes. Oh my gosh! How is that even possible? So everyone is tuned out by now. What the heck? So now I gotta... This other one, this other side's not lined up. This little post. How is this even possible? I'll show you what I'm doing here. So these little posts, they're not lining up too great, so I'm getting them started and then getting them kind of lined up in the position. I'm sure it'll be pretty solid once I get them all. There's about 4 of those that are just wonky as hell. So I'm gonna do all these. All these are BMs. So I think I have 2 more to get lined up. That's gonna dip the tip in that. That's gonna help keep everything else lined up, I think. I hope. Okay. Again, double check all your cables as you do this. Make sure nothing's smashy-pashied, crunchy-munchied. Another BM for an inner post. Dipping the tip off camera. And that's going to go right there. Okay. I think this is going to work out. Hopefully. Snugged. I gotta get some coffee. Then we can warp speed. I don't want to spill my coffee onto the build. Alright, BM screws are in. So the BM and BM for these posts. Kind of hard to see, but those posts right there. Do those first because they were a little snaggly toothed. So I got them lined up and put in place. Now I have 1 AM screw that's supposed to go in the very back, so maybe I do that one next. And the rest I believe are FMs. So where's the AM at? man. It's got 4 AM screws in here. Am I using AM anywhere else? Yeah, I am on another part. Okay. So they usually give you 1 extra screw, so that makes sense. They're pretty good about giving you extra screws. I'll give them that. And I have had to use some of the extras because you either lose one or I'm dip the tip in that oil off camera. This one's going back. Or sometimes they're just like fudged up, stripped out or something. Okay, this is going to the back here. Trying to support this. Snugged. I like it when it stops with an affirmative stop. So we know we are good to go. Now we got FM screw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I do believe, all around the perimeter of the FM screws. So I'm going to knock that out. This will take a hot minute. Dip the tip in oil. We'll start at the top corner here. Supporting it with my hand underneath. Ooh, nice. That one's snugged up. Dip in oil. Next, in line. Snugged up. I like that. It's going to make this piece pretty solid. Dip in oil. At least this middle part. Snugged up. Number 4. Dip in the tip. That's going to go, looks like right here. Snugged up. Dip the tip in oil, and looks like should be one in the middle here. Supporting the underside with my hand. Snugged up. Are you with me? Post up comments down below. Still here. That helps. Okay, right here. Snugged up. We're going to get this knocked out. And I got a feeling it's going to be a satisfying. Some of the kits are just satisfying once you're done with this. Like you feel like you've assembled quite a bit. At least I do. This one goes here. Okay, there. It's just like an extra, like one there. It's crazy. It's not symmetrical. Throwing me off. Dip the tip. Gonna go right here. Ooh, got that oil all over the place. Oh, come on. Hold on to this baby. I want full snuggage. Full penetration on that one. All the way to the head. Dip the tip in oil. Get a nice view of my hairy hand. No hair on the top of my head, but I got it on my arms and hand. Hairy knuckles too. That's my lot in life. Dip the tip. I think this might be our final one. Final frontier. Alright. Trying to hold it where you guys can get a better camera view here. Okay. Let me just double check. Make sure it looks like I've got all my screws in place that should be, and I do. we are good to go there, and looks like all of our lighting is okay. Our wireage is good. Nice solid piece there. I'm going to set that to the side. It's got some weight to it now. We're not done yet, but this will go quick. Stick with me. You fast forward to this part. Back up a little bit and watch the rest. Okay, L303 deck panel. Roll out some escape lifeboat lifeboats that we're going to put in place. I'm just going to roll them all out. I really don't want to go anywhere today, but I need to go to probably like Walmart or something. Do a little grocery shopping. Grocery bills are expensive nowadays. Alright, red line facing toward the widest curvature. So it's going to be oriented like that. If you're at this stage, you probably already know. But you never know. Someone might join in the middle of a build to see kind of if they want to endure this 3 to 5 year mission. And that is what it's going to take. Started with Eaglemoss. They went bankrupt. Fanhome saved it. I was almost going to throw all these what I had already got from Eaglemoss. I was about going to throw them away because I actually moved when that happened, right when that happened, and that stuff was just sitting around. I was able to finish my DeLorean, luckily, because I got my last boxes there. So the Back to the Future DeLorean, that's probably been my favorite so far. Well, I guess it's the one I've actually completed. But I struggle with that one too. It had its moments where I was cursing the designer, just like this one. So I think when it's done, it's going to be pretty cool, but it is an effort. That's in. We're going to take this black back piece here, and how is this going? How is this oriented? This little cookie notcha there goes up in the upper right. That goes down like that. 2 AM screws, so that's where our other AMs are coming in play. And since this is a metal panel, we want to dip the tip in oil. Helps it thread its way in. You're getting that far out view. I'm not going to lower you down for this one. We're going to stay at a high elevation for the camera angle. Helps me see under it. I am straddling this little camera right here. This little tripod thing. Okay, that's in place. Let me just double check real quick. Yep, all those are oriented correctly. Oh, alright. And we're going to place the outer panel edge piece here, L402. How does I always like looking at this, like how is this oriented? Do believe it's going to be oriented. It's going to be oriented this way actually. I don't know if you can fit it the other way. I'm going to try just to see. Okay, I think I've done that before. So it's kind of a foolproof situation, but it's going to orient this way. Because you never know with these things. Sometimes you can put parts in wrong. And this time we're going to use 2 IM screws. They have the larger little head on them, built-in washer looking head. We're going to dip the tip in the oil. Yeah, we got a high wind warning today, so I'm sure it's going to blow all my crap around. That's about, what was it, last week? We had a lot of high winds, you know, 60-mile-an-hour gusts, that type of thing. It picked up. I have a cheap grill. I want to upgrade my grill later in the summer, whenever spring is here or summer, but I have a cheap grill, and it's pretty lightweight, and it picked it up and chunked it into the yard, ripped the cover off of it, which it was already getting kind of worn, and it blew it to kingdom come. Who knows? Some neighbor has it now. But hopefully it doesn't do that now. I need to get some things and tie down, kind of some weights and tie down things out in the backyard. You'd think it would be protected from wind the way my fence is, but not in Wyoming, where all the wind begins. You are welcome. If you get windstorms, they originated here in Wyoming. All right, we are going to install this panel onto our saucer section. It is slowly coming together. Slowly but surely. This, like I've said before, you want to make sure that this little lip here, this edge, captures the underside here. This thing's upside down, so it'll be the top section of the saucer, but it needed to capture that deck panel. And then, so you kind of gotta start it somewhere in here and just fiddle with it, slide it over. That one went in super easy, but it didn't capture the underside. I'm gonna show you this one more time if you missed it in the previous vid. If it is looking like this underneath, that'd be wrong. So let's try this again. We need it to capture that underside. Like that. That may be the best angle and shot I've given of that. It's very important, because you could screw it in on the top side and not be paying attention underneath, and then you flip the saucer over and you got a bunch of deck panels floppity boppity. You got a hole breach right from the build. Where was the Enterprise-D built? San Francisco shipyard, or was it the Jupiter station? Post up down below if you know that trivia. We're going to use an FM screw here. I dipped the tip in the oil. Yeah, where was the Enterprise-D constructed? E-Balmy, do you know? Does anyone know? Post up comments. I should do a trivia giveaway vid. Maybe I could find something around here as I'm going through my boxes from my move. Whoop! Another FM screw, dangly pangly. John Solar. Ooh. Oh, can we get it in there without losing it? We did! How about them skills, John Solar? My heat's coming on. Now, where is that little escape lifeboat falsetto hatch? Has a little two prongy things. It's going to go right here and cover up that screw hole. I do like the way these panels go on. It's kind of easier. Except for this part. Gotta get them lined up so you don't break them. And smash it in place. That one popped in like beautifully. Didn't have to struggle like the last one. Let's test out these lights. Look at that. We got a little light show going on. Kind of cool. Yep. Okay. And that is it. Stage Pack 90 is in the history books. Book 23 is complete. If you stick around, kind of give you, these books have the behind the scenes on some of the episodes. I'm not going to read all this, but kind of neat to have these books. Kind of gives you a reason not to throw them away. They give you binders for them, which take up a lot of room. They're kind of weird binders, but this one, where this kid tries to emulate Data. What was this? Violations. Disturbing dream sequence were a constant thread in this. Were a constant thread in this episode's complex journey. Little telepathy action there. A Picard with his hair, his wig. remember that one. Masterpiece Society, I kind of do. Once I complete this build, I may rewatch the next gen. It's been a hot moment since I've rewatched all of them. Right now we're trying to get through Voyager, watching that with my son. We're also watching Lower Decks. Glad I gave Lower Decks a try. Oh, Data. The old problem with having an Android is, you know, the real actor ages. Brent Spiner. But so in the Picard series, I watched those, and the old Data, or whatever they're calling him, and that one is a little looks a little off, but it is what it is. They could CGI him to make him look younger, or they should have like started. They should have built him like had Noonien Singh like build Data with an aging process where his outer exterior would age. That would have been the way to solve that problem in writing. If you're listening, writers, I'm sure they thought of that. And I think he did in like one of the finales or whatever. He simulates aging by changing his hair and stuff like that. But hey, this one's done. This one is done. And we're at 31 minutes. We got to end it now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hitting the comments up with some chatter. 90s in the books. Boom.